Da-da-da-dum. And with the word I am ready. I know it will be this boring hand. You and me, Matt, we have to paint this hand. This is dying, boring hand from Norway, from Snowman. We have to do something with this one, I'm sure. Welcome to the Diversity is the Game Changer. And today is really game changing friend. I already call you friend. You see, we have already. Oh, you saw me in
Yeah, we're
pajama
friends.
already. You saw my bedroom. You saw like everything.
Yeah,
We
and I
know
saw
each
your best
other.
friend.
Yes, you saw my best friends, like my first row. And Alan, thank you so much, my podcast guru again. You have made my day to bring those angels to my show, this special guest. So thank you so much. Matt, actually, we were talking a lot, but I forgot completely of very good reasons to double check how I should pronounce your second name. It's Chessco.
Yeah, so it's a made up name. This is my artist name. My real name is Mathieu Lecourt or like Mathieu Lecours, whatever you want. I'm a French Canadian.
Aha,
Yeah.
oui, monseigneur. Okay, I'm learning now.
Oh, you
So I'm
speak
sorry,
French too? I can see.
oh, I can pretend I speak French. I speak 7 languages fluent, and I am dancing with Duolingo, which is killing me every day now in
Wait,
French.
which languages do you speak?
Okay, of course, Russian, Ukrainian, I speak Polish, I speak Danish, Swedish, Norwegian, and English.
Wow, what's the first one you learn? Like Russian?
Yes, because I'm from this part, southern part of Ukraine, which speaks Russian. But then Ukrainian and Ukrainian close to Polish, and then English. And then when I moved to Norway and took my second master, it was Danish, Swedish, and Norwegian. Oh, but okay, it's show not about me. So yes, French, I'm learning, Monsignor. I'm learning now. Next week, because I live
Yeah,
between.
French is not easy, and I
Oh
feel
my.
like all the languages they're not quite similar to French, right? They're all
Exactly.
really
But
different.
not like really in this group, and but even pronunciation. But I can't quite, because I live between Paris and Norway now. At least I
Mhm.
can took some language and try to play it around as it French. I'm a Valérie. So yes. I'm a good actor at least in language. Okay, but today it's about you and your story, and I made this episode title "From Engineer to Viral Visionary: Designing a Dream Life Without Limits." It's actually what you are presenting, that there is never limits about our dreaming and actually put them into real life. So in this, look now, in this cat leashes episode, you like cat
Yeah, I
leashes?
like it.
I call myself OC Delicious, and this episode is cat leashes because of all your cats. So in this
Got
cat
it.
episode, diversity is the game changer. We explore what happens when logic meets imagination, when engineering precision meets artistic rebellion, and when childhood identity, I will be asking about childhood, becomes the blueprint for global impact. So our guest today is Matt, and you said your real name, but now you pronounce it's Chesco, right?
Yeah, it's
No.
a made up name. I pronounced it Chesco. I
Mm-hmm.
think like Spanish people they say Checo or something. They don't pronounce the S,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's a Chesco. Yeah, Matt Chesco.
Yes, Chesco. A Toronto-born, Montreal-raised former industrial designer and mechanical engineer who made a bold decision and January just 2020, he walked away from stability to pursue all artful time and actually dreams, right? And in
Yeah,
just 5 years, Matt has been an extraordinary global presence. Oh my God, millions YouTube subscribers, millions TikTok for over 2 billion views across platforms. It's okay, my all hair, which is actually real, now raised as well.
you have
But
good, nice looking hair.
thank you so much.
Looks
And
healthy.
can you imagine they're still mine? His art now, yeah, it's true. You can try. We
Yeah,
can
I'll
look
push
a
it
lot
through
of
the.
brushes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll pull it through the camera,
Okay.
through the web.
His art now lives in the homes of cultural icons, people who really love and can appreciate real art. He creates the world's largest cat painting. How many cats in this painting?
Um. Oh,
What
that's a good
about?
question. I think there's like 24 or something. I'm not
Oh,
sure. I think
think
there's
it.
24.
Yeah. and became the first established artist to collaborate with a robot. This is very interesting. Blending creativity with technology in a way that reflects the future of expression. But beneath the viral success, deep story, which now we are going to dive in. Identity, courage of cognite, of course, and dreams, not just chasing, but really engineering them.
Yeah.
Mats, welcome to the show. And
Thanks for having me.
I'm so thankful, so grateful to have you today. Thank you for your time, for you being you. Now I already feel like our energy collapsed immediately when you and me understood it. Okay, it will be video, and I said, my show's so authentic. You can sit in this bathtub, and we still can rock. Amazing, boldly and unapologetic. Before actually all this beautiful story, we know that we are all from our childhood, from our roots, and much of DNA childhood still impact our adulthood mindset and everything what we are doing today. And you have this special, very cool, diversified story. So I am dying to know how actually it was in your childhood. Was then you start actually painting or chasing cats, or how was it? This story between Matt and cats and everything in the childhood. Can you tell us about that? Thank you.
Wait, so you want to know like
Your
if I was
childhood,
doing
yes,
art
yes.
as a kid or something?
No, it's actually now stage. Believe me or not, finally, is yours. Finally, stage in yours, and I do believe that everything what we actually pursuing and achieving in our lives, it's quite rooted in our childhood, and we have impact anyway from our childhood and our adulthood life. So tell me just about your childhood. How was it for you? What kind of kid you were? Yes, everything
Yeah,
what can be interesting for our show.
yeah, sure. So
Thank you.
I really agree with you. I think like the first 6 years of your life like really determine like everything you're gonna do afterwards. Like that's when you create like the program that you will use for the rest of your life, right?
Mhm.
So when I was a kid, I was always like doing things, always painting, drawing, and like every time I would enter my home when I was like 3 years old or something, I would just run and grab pencils and papers and just start drawing like nonstop. I was doing like abstract drawings. I would just fill the walls with drawings. I was
Mhm.
obsessed. Like we would go on vacation and I would just cover the walls with drawings. Unfortunately, there's no photo of this. I don't know why. Back then, we didn't have, my parents didn't have iPhones, right? So
Mhm.
there's no photos of this, but I was obsessed with drawing, painting, and then my parents they saw my passion early on, and
Mhm.
um, they subscribed me to like an art class, and I started painting with like an art professor. And I have a twin brother. He was also painting and drawing with me, but he
Oh.
was not. He's good with art. Like he draws well, but he was never like really passionate about it.
Mhm.
But I was always like fascinated by art and painting. And like I remember one of the first times I visited the Museum of Art in Montreal, there was a permanent exhibition
Mhm.
with like Jackson Pollock paintings on the
Mhm.
walls and the floors.
Number
And
five. Mhm.
I think I was like 12 at this time. And then I was like, oh, okay, so art can be like anything, right? It can be abstract, it doesn't have to be figurative, this doesn't have to be about like a portrait or a landscape. It can take any form. And I think that really opened up like my mind about art. And like I really remembered like this experience vividly, like it was yesterday. And it had a big impact on me, and I've
Mhm.
always wanted to pursue art, like become an artist or like live from my art. But then somehow I got stuck in the education system.
Mhm.
So I went to high school, and then after high school I wanted to do like 3D animation, and I was like, I don't think it's gonna pay much. It might be too risky. I don't want to like have a hard time paying my rent for the rest of my life. So I ended up going in industrial design, which is like, designing objects. Can be anything, like a chair, the outside of a car. It can be like air blowers or utensils. It can be anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I did that for 3 years, got a certificate, and then I was like, all right, I can do that. I could start doing it full time right now, but I don't feel like I know much about anything, and I'm a curious guy like you are,
Mm-hmm.
and so I wanted to like learn more about how things work, how like objects work, because when you're an industrial designer, for example, you can design a drill, but you'll only design like the outside of the drill, like you'll decide of the shape of the drill, like how you can take it in your hand and it's comfortable, choose the materials, the colors, but you never really know how it works inside, right? And I wanted to know how objects work from the inside, so I could like build and create objects from A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do mechanical engineering. So that's what I did in university. I started studying in 2013, and then after like a few months, I was like, man, I don't think that's for me. I don't think I like it this much. Like I like understanding how things work, but I don't see myself doing it like in the long term, becoming a full-time engineer. And
Mm-hmm.
so in the middle of my degree, I dropped with no plan of going back. Like I was like, I'm done. I want to start a business, I was working on a mobile app at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Snapchat, but in a cool way where you would send like two images at once, and the other person would only see one, like randomly. It was called like 50-50 or twice or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then after 4 months, I was like, oh shit, this is going nowhere. So everybody convinced me to go back to engineering, get
Mm-hmm.
my degree, finish my degree. So I went back, and for like the next 16 months, I just studied nonstop, didn't do anything else, and I got my degree finally. And then I was like, all right, I know I don't want to do this like full time, but I would be crazy to not try, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
just gave it a try. I found a job right away. Like I had my last exam on a Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
started working on Monday, and like every hour I was working there, I was like, what am I doing here? Like, what am I doing here? Every hour, I was like, what am I doing here? I don't like this stuff. Like,
Like
this is
watching
not
the
for me,
phone
right?
when
I was always watching my watch, right?
yeah.
And then, so after 4 days of working there, I came back to my place. So on Thursday night, then I was like, I'm gonna list the pros and cons of keeping my job to see
Mm-hmm.
like what should I do about it. So I listed the pros and cons of keeping my job, and in the pros section, I only wrote one thing. Can you guess what it is?
Tell me which one. What kind of hidden gem it was?
Can you guess what it was?
Happiness.
Money. So the only pro I
Okay,
was,
okay. I
yeah, I think
think so, but
you mistaken
yes,
the
I
two, right?
think that the pros for living and for
Yeah,
pursuing.
no, for keeping my job.
Okay,
So the
okay.
only
Money,
pro
money,
for
money.
keeping my job was like I could make a decent amount of money, but I don't like it. Like every day, I don't look forward to going to the job. And then so the next day, I went to the office. I learned how to use the office printer. I printed my resignation letter, and then my boss came in, and I was like, I'm quitting. I don't want to do engineering after all. That's not for me. And then he was like, oh shit. It's been 4 days, man. And he was shocked, and he probably thought I was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he asked me like, what's your plan? What are you gonna do next week? And I had no plan. Like I just knew deep inside I didn't want to pursue this career. So I told him I wanted to give him an answer so he didn't think I was crazy. And so I told him like, you know what, I told him the first thing that came to mind. I said, I'm gonna become an artist.
Mhm.
And back then, like, I was painting in my bedroom for fun. Like, only my roommates knew I was painting and drawing. And so I told him I was gonna become an artist. And then I went back to my place, started drawing, painting, experimenting with different mediums, trying to come up with my own art style,
Mhm.
and trying to paint something that I could sell that people would want to buy, right?
Mhm.
And so I did that. I did that for like a year and a half. Wait, for a year, and then after a year, like I I hadn't came up with something nice that people would want to buy. But
Mhm.
then back then, every Sunday night, I would go to my parents' house and we would have dinner. And like, so from Monday to Saturday, Sunday morning, I would hype myself up. I was like, I'm gonna build my own life and live off my dreams and do whatever I want. Like every day, it's gonna work out well, and I'm just gonna keep, painting, and somehow I'm gonna find like some nice art that people will want to buy. And
Mhm.
every Sunday, I was having dinner with my parents, and they would just crush my dreams and tell me like, you should go back to engineering. And like, I'm saying this, but I love them, and now like, I know they are my number one fans, and so it's part of my of the story. So why leave it out, right?
Of
And so,
course.
and they were scared, like, because they're my parents, they want me to be successful, to have a good life. And so every week I was just painting and like barely making it. I was building websites and doing logos to make an income. I was making just enough money to pay my rent and my groceries. And
Mhm.
so every week they were like, you should go back to engineering. You can do like 60K a year easy. I had a nice resume. And I was like, I know, but I know that if I find a job in engineering, I will hate it. It's going to take all my energy. And
Mhm.
then even if I have dreams and projects, I'm going to have no time to work on them, no energy to work on them. So I knew like this was not the path I wanted to take. But every week they were trying to convince me like to go back, and I could see in their eyes like they were terrified that I was gonna end up like being like an artist that was gonna have a hard time paying his rent his whole
Mhm.
life and
Mhm.
never making it. And in their minds, like, artists, can only live from their art when they're deceased or something. I don't think they ever said that to me, but I could feel it.
Mhm.
And so after a year of living through this life of like hyping myself up all week and then having my dreams crushed every Sunday, I was like, I cannot take this anymore. So I moved from Montreal on the east coast of Canada all the way to Vancouver on the west coast,
Mhm.
3,000 or 5,000 kilometers away, 3,000 miles away. And then I started working on my dreams. So I wanted to become an artist,
Mhm.
but I also had these dreams of building my own tech company
Mhm.
and being part of the film industry, like becoming a movie director. So I had these three dreams in my mind,
Mhm.
and I was like, I'm gonna do each month. I'm gonna work on one of them until one of them works out
Mhm.
and starts taking off. And so for the first month, I was in Vancouver. Not the first month, but like after like 3 4 months. So this is like the summer of 2019. I was painting in my bedroom, and then I became a PA on a movie series for like 4 months. I was there, just on the set every day, just doing whatever people wanted me to do. And then
Mhm.
after the series was done, I made a painting I was proud of. It was the first time since I had like uh, quit my job as an engineer. So like a year and a half later, and I was like, oh shit, this is great. Now I need to like promote it, like show it to the world, right?
Uh-huh.
Post it on social media. And so I started brainstorming. about how I could like showcase my art to the world in a really interesting way, right? Because everybody I felt like was doing the same thing. Every artist was just taking photos of their paintings or just doing like a time lapse of them painting. And I wanted to stand out because I think like in life, if you want to be number one, or if you want to have success in anything, you need to do things differently. And if you do things like everybody else, I'm sure you know that, like,
Like,
nobody's gonna look at you, nobody's gonna care. You
I
need to
said, be
stand out with
different or
something
be
unique.
dead, you know? Sometimes my logo, be different or be dead.
I like it.
This
Or
one.
be the, oh, that's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I have something I want to tell you about, like what you just said about my cats later. So
Okay.
I'll come back to it later. And uh, so I was trying to come up with a nice way to promote my art online, and then one day I just woke up and I had this idea of like waving my paintbrush at the canvas, like following the beat of a song, and then having the paint magically appear on the
Mm-hmm.
canvas. And then I almost forgot the idea, and then I worked on it for like 2 weeks nonstop. I didn't know how I was gonna do it. I just knew like it was doable, and I was determined to like figure out how to do it. And after 2 weeks, I finally came up with the idea of how I was gonna do it. So it had to be like fast and nice at the same time. So it would not take me like 2 months to make one video.
Mm-hmm.
I made my first video, which is exactly the same as what I do today. It's
Yeah.
exactly the same thing.
Your signage.
I
Yes.
made I made a video, posted it on my socials, and back then I had like 200 followers on Instagram. It was only like my friends and family members, right?
Mm-hmm.
Posted the video on my Instagram, and then almost everybody reached out to me saying like, "Dude, this is crazy! Like, I've never seen anything like that. This
Mm-hmm.
is so good. This is so original." And then this one woman I didn't know, she reposted my video in her Instagram story, and she said something like, "I watched this 20 times." Like, I'm not exaggerating. She said 20 times. This is so good, so original. And at this moment, like, I knew I had something special and I needed to go all in. And so at the same time, I was really lucky. At the same time, I wanted to promote my art on social media. TikTok became a thing, right? So end
Mm-hmm.
of 2019, beginning of 2020, like that's when TikTok really like popped off in North America, like the US and Canada. And I don't know about Europe. I think it was the same time, around the same time, maybe a little bit later. I don't know. I don't know if you were in Europe back then. But and then TikTok blew up, and then everybody started posting on TikTok. I started posting on TikTok, and
Mm-hmm.
back then it was only kids. Like, every viewer was a kid, and like it was so easy to go viral on TikTok in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
because like all the content was made by kids, right? So
Yeah.
as soon as you had something that was like so or just a little bit good, it would
Mm-hmm.
just blow up like instantly. All my videos were getting hundreds of thousands of views,
Mm-hmm.
even like the most boring ones. It was so crazy. And like back then, it was so easy. Like, for every million views I had, I
Mm-hmm.
was gaining 10,000 followers.
Wow.
Unheard of,
Mm-hmm.
because everybody was using TikTok, but they were following nobody, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to follow someone because they were it was a new thing. They wanted to like be part of it, so they started following anybody that was standing out. And so within 6 months, I started posting paintings and videos like 2 times a week or something like that. I
Mm-hmm.
was painting portraits of famous people, famous TikTokers, anything that was trending, or like famous deceased people like Bruce Lee or
Mm-hmm.
people like that. And then within 6 months, I went from zero to like 500,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was still not making any money from it. Like
I
that
understand.
was the craziest thing, right?
Yeah.
I was getting so many views, so many followers, and then even back then, I was like, all right, how can I make money
Okay.
from this? Like, how
Mm-hmm.
can I turn this into like a profitable business?
Mm-hmm.
And then I started like doing brand deals, and then overnight it became my full-time job. So after like a year and a half after I dropped my engineering job, I started living from my art, which is like crazy to me. I went from not having any art style to living from my art within 18 months. This is crazy. Like I'm really lucky, honestly. I was at the right place at the right time, and then from there I just started painting more, and I've done a lot of brand deals, lots of collabs, and
Mm-hmm.
things have been really cool in the last. I've been doing this for 6 years now, full time, and
Mm-hmm.
my life is really cool. I really like what I do. Like every day I wake up and I'm excited, and I'm just looking forward to everything. And yeah, and maybe we can get talk about like NFTs and the cats I did, because you said like what did you say? You said like
To be different or to be that?
to be different or to be dead. Yes. So my cats, I released a collection of 10,000 NFTs in 2022 called
Mm-hmm.
the Pop Cats, right?
Yeah.
And so the philosophy behind the Pop Cats is there are two types of cats: the
Mm-hmm.
Pop Cats and the dead cats. So it's funny you said that, because this is
Oh,
exactly my
okay.
philosophy. So a Pop Cat is like a cat that goes after their dreams. They change the world for the better on the way. And then a dead cat is like a cat that doesn't go after their dream. They envy others, they avoid taking risks, and they don't make the world a better place. And so this is like how I try to market the cats. I'm still trying to figure out how to tell everybody what it's all about. And but yeah, so I think the same. So if you're not doing things differently, I think you're just like, first of all, what are you doing? Like, this is, you only have one life, right? We're all gonna die. Like, what are you waiting for? Like, what are you doing? Do something that you enjoy, right? Do take risks, or like, or else like you're already dead to me, right?
But
Would you agree with that?
first of all, I'm so, so, so thankful and grateful for sharing your bold, inspirational to the every single bone and molecule atom to me. I am beyond unapologetically agree with you. Every single moment we are living, actually, from the moment we take our first breath, we start dying. We know that.
Yeah, that's right.
And we live just once, and not how many years or weeks or even days we should determine our happiness of life, but actually it is, for me personally, the quality of those experiences we are actually can feel ourselves, and
Mhm.
how we can impact, because we know everything what we are doing impact other people, and especially
Mhm.
now when you are in this category, it's a stewardship, it's a leadership, because visibility, it's responsibility, and it's very important what kind of message you are transforming into the community. And now, can you imagine how many people can be touched really by your story to pursue their dreams no matter what? You can basically save so many lives out there, because now, especially at this challenging time, political situation, I'm proud Ukraine, everything, youngsters, they're dying to have authentic role models, because so uh, much noise from all over the world, and social media one of them. And I'm grateful and thankful that we can discuss this medal from double side. That first of all, of course, it gave the opportunity for you to go
Mhm.
viral, and to achieve the place where you're now from. But like you said many times, you're lucky. First of all, it's very nice to pronounce that, but I would put it in another way. It's about right timing, right people, right moment. But first of all, can you imagine how much discipline, how much work, how much attitude, how much self-discipline, self-engineering, self-empowerment, self-doubt, hesitation, and coming back, persistence, resilience you have invested before you say you are lucky? You are
Yeah.
not lucky. You have been working that, talking, going, walking and working this every single second. It's exactly you are there because you have been working so hard. You have deserved that. And by these actions we can show to so many people now that you, first of all, you don't have to give up your dreams no matter what. Every single person here, just for a short period of time, with their own mission, vision, calling, and we have to proceed it. No matter what. And you are boldly example of real existing talent, and actually, yes, magical uh, uh, personality who's still, no matter what you said, how many times parents, even people who are closest, and we really sometimes can maybe not
Hold
our
you back.
boss, or but we can really, yes, listen to them and be really impacted by their opinions. Yes. And
Yeah.
can you imagine your roller coaster, like you said, from Monday until Saturday, and then weekends again, and talking with your parents? So it's not about luckiness. Of course it is the right time and the right people, the right moment. But again, because you've been working so hard, perceiving so hard, then of course it's rewards, no risks, no rewards. And then I do love to be different or to be that. Look, because when I saw first time your podcast,
Yeah.
because I have like a little bit OCD, a little bit dyslexic, and I'm very imaginative and also very creative. First of all, for me, I believe, oh, this guy, he should start also, because you see, cats, it's
Yeah.
almost podcast. Cat
Oh.
or cats.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's actually for many people now, when you read very quickly, it means that you can play with this one, like podcast, cast, cuts, at least cast or
Yeah.
cut.
Yeah.
It's last two letters you can switch, and then
Yeah.
you can see, like, okay, you can start up like kind of maybe once if you want, like hosting your show, like, not podcast, but something about podcasts, something, and then you can be different or be that, and actually explore the whole situation, or you pursue your dreams, or you boldly go in full on. Yes, it will be challenging, it will be roller coaster of a lot of emotions and circumstances and people who inspire, encourage you or not. Or you, like you said, you should be kind of dead, live in the box, proceed in somebody's dream, somebody's aspiration, be envy, be angry, be this victim, and actually go and just call it the whole world is sucks and everything. So I just my idea, I don't know, but it's so cool that actually you can even play with this podcasts, be different
Oh
with that.
yeah.
If you want, we can
I
start
I
something.
actually started a podcast like 2-3 years ago or something. It was called the Chessco Show, and
But
I was
you
only
can,
inviting. Oh,
Matt,
sorry, go
you
on.
mad cats, or like even like podcast, but you can be podcasts,
Yeah, yeah,
last
yeah, yeah.
last
Just
two
switching
letters.
the last 2 letters, right?
Yeah, and on those two letters you can actually paint two cats, and they can dance, or they can shake hands, or they can be with mics and dancing, and then everybody, you understand, kind of like this.
Yeah, I love. You have so much imagination.
Yeah,
Do
because
you? Do you?
so
Do,
yeah.
do you ever feel like you? There's too many things going on in your head.
Exactly. I think it's all talentful people. We never can really live in those boxes. We won't challenge them. It's they call it now ADHD and all of this time. I think it's sometimes it just, yes, it's creativity,
Superpower. I think it's a superpower.
power. It's exactly what I'm preaching. And now this is my greatest advocacy, that I'm really showcasing people that you can use them not from disability based model, but from strengths based model. Can you imagine that people, for example, in New York Stock Exchange, right, and forecasting
Yeah.
of the like stakes and everything. They employ special people with special patterns, like a special autistic spectrum, because they can forecast, they can read all this pattern and systems with this precise, and actually they can really see all these patterns which normal brains cannot see. And how many people in Silicon Valley know also, they especially attract those talents with absolute breaking through type of approach and of everything, like. And it was always through the history, like, all Leonardo da Vinci, all the most talented creators, they're neurodivergent, and every
Yeah, of
people who
course.
invented, like Nikola Tesla, Einstein, everybody. For me, it's like, what do you think? It's still like we live in the society, we propel the society, really, like who inventors, right? But still, ironically, we don't fit in because it's all the system are built for neurotypical people, right? And that's
Yeah,
why we
exactly.
have really to fight for our dreams. We have 3 times harder to fight for our place, to fit all this system, because service and everything still built for people like from 9 until 5, right? And then everything. I'm night owl. I'm so effective. I can sit basically still in my pajama and write my PhD just on the floor, just in the night. I can never ever imagine sitting. I have my place at the institute and actually incorporate. Forget
Yeah.
I'm dead. There I'm dead. Here I'm dead. On the floor, there I'm dead.
That's great. So you work at night? You're a night owl?
Yes, I'm night owl totally. That's why
Yeah, I'm the
we are
same.
so cool with Alan, because for him it's like he's morning bird, and
Yeah, yeah.
he's like, koala, you still up? Of course you are. And like, that's why we can interact with him, Australia and Norway, because like he really in the morning, I'm like, you still here? Of course I still here. Okay, I love this conversation. We actually sitting like, really in your workshop or my workshop and like painting. We can even, sometimes we can even spray on my hair and we can paint like this, because you know what Pollock did, right? With his
Pollock? Jackson Pollock?
yeah, like
Yeah.
number 5, right? It was not with brush, it was with the, of course, with the bucket and all this special approach. So yeah, I love it. And people who sit in the office with R4, I'm not judging. We would need all kind of people, because every
Yeah.
single person unique voice, every single has their mission in the puzzle. But I mean, like, we have to have more, not just acceptance for people like you and me, but embracing, champion people with special, unique, I call it mental uniqueness, I don't call it disabilities. What
Yeah,
do
me
you think?
neither.
How
To me,
do
it's crazy that like
you believe you have ADHD or something? Or you,
I mean I do have like symptoms of ADHD, but some of them I don't have. And at the end of the day, I think it's just a label that
yeah.
some like the society puts on children, especially to like convince them to take some pills and make money. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't think like any kid with ADHD should be on pills unless it's really severe. I think it's a superpower. I think it's gives people like some. I think it's when you have so much energy and
Mm-hmm.
like your brain is making connections that other brains are not doing. I think that's what they call ADHD these days. And I feel like it's criminal to put ADHD kids on drugs for the rest of their lives. This is crazy. Like, why should the kid be like every other kid? Like, why can't he be like himself and different? Like, what's the matter with that? I never understood this. It's crazy to me. Like, what? Why does this kid who has infinite energy, which is a superpower, has to sit still in a classroom when he's like 6 years old and listen to a boring professors say like boring stuff? Like, this is crazy to me.
I mean,
It's
even
mind
now,
blowing.
like, I'm sitting and watching, and like my brain starts like really panic. I'm like, okay. Even you can see, I put like, okay, our episode title, cat leashes, and then okay, he's mad. Oh, mad cat leashes, something like that. Even mad cat.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
even
yeah.
now, you just I'm just watching when all this start like playing, all this like myriads of this. So yeah, amazing. Um,
Did you have a hard time at school, like listening
yeah.
and
No, actually, it was hard time because I can't say now it was really like mental challenge or traits of that, but it was very much bullying for me because I made it in Soviet, and my father, he was addicted to alcohol, a very severe addiction, and he was very violent. And
I'm sorry.
towards me physically, and then
Oh my
we lived
God.
in like big house with 9 lobbies, 9 entries, and like not 6 entrance and 9 floors. And then you know what's happened. The whole people, the whole kids, they go to same school, right? And all people, they play in the same yard, and then everybody knows what kind of family and parents you have. So for me it
Oh
was
yeah.
more different in the other way. I was fighting all the time. I was really physically fighting both with girls and boys because I was bullied so much, and
Really?
of course it was childhood trauma because they were like fighting, they were beating me, they put even fire on my hair. It was a lot of stuff that actually I teach now. I have adopted 2 kids. That was my mission, to give back to this role, to choose the way. You can always find the way, to be a victim of your circumstances, or actually to step up and change this world, not from just teaching everybody what to do, but starting from yourself, by doing something. And I wanted to save 2 girls that they should not have childhood as myself. That's why I have adopted
Oh, that's really nice.
15 years ago. Yeah, and one of them, she actually has these mental challenges, but she is very talented in painting as well. It's her way
Really?
to the world because she is suffering from reading and math and all this theoretical subject, like you said. But for her, it's much easier to proceed. I can show you here, okay, of course,
Wait,
koala,
how
right?
old is she?
She's 16, but you see koala.
Oh, that's she made that for you because she
Yeah.
knows you love koalas.
Yes. I
That's
have a
nice.
lot of
Why
koalas.
do you like koalas so much? Why koalas especially?
And we have this dog, which she gave me last.
Oh, nice. That's a drawing?
Yes,
Wow, that's crazy.
because
That's
this
so
is so
good.
dog. We have
How?
so dog. Her name is Chanel, fashionista. So this is
Chanel.
this is yeah. No, koala. It's long story. I saw this animal first time. I was 23 years old, and it was very special connection when everybody tried. They're sleeping 16 from 16 up to 18 hours per day and night,
Yeah.
and because they are all the time digesting this special type of eucalyptus, and eucalyptus is
Yeah.
kind of slow it down. And I had no idea that actually, koalas, they can smell just 50 special types of eucalyptus, which is not poisoned. And in Australia, it's over than 500 different type of eucalyptus. Or just koala can find this, which is can be eatable. And
Yeah.
then of course they're always like this, they're so cute. And I remember I was at like this park in San Diego, and they were sleeping like this, and everybody around there were watching them and waiting when these beautiful magical creatures can make sound or wake up. Nobody could really wake them up. They made a lot of different noises, and I was staying there also because they were like this, and
Yeah.
everyone was forced to see their faces. And for me, I was so eager to find the special noise to make all these noises that to wake them up. No, I failed. Then I came back again, like you. I'm stubborn. I came like 5 times probably, and
Really?
finally, I don't know, I made a special sound kind of. So one of those 2 koalas all of a sudden like woke up, look, and when they actually waking up, they open the ear like this.
Oh, really? Like a flower?
Yeah, and they're like, oh, and everybody's like, yeah, like,
That's
and it
nice.
was, I
So
don't
that's
know.
how you fell in love with koalas.
Yes, at this moment I understood it was kind of my garden animal, and I made this bucket list. Like, one day I'm going to cuddle with koala. It was the biggest dream of my life, and actually, maybe how we became best friends with Alan as well, because now he's also professional photographer, and all the time, all of a sudden, he can see koala like in real wildlife. Like last
Oh
week,
yeah. That's right. He's in Australia.
Yeah, he called me
Nice.
koala. How are you? So I made my dream come true 10 years ago. I went to Australia, Southwest, outside nursery, outside of the Perth, and I have very beautiful, like holy moment of cuddling with koala. It was a boy, Chuck Chuck. It was amazing.
Wow, that's nice.
And
Crazy. I've never seen a. I don't think I've ever seen a koala in real life, even at the
no,
zoo or
actually, I
something.
had no idea, but they're protected by law in Australia. I was so naive. I believe, oh, you just fly to Australia, Sydney, and go to the zoo, and you can hug. Absolutely not. It's not allowed at all. They are sacred and protected now. It's just couple of sanctuary actually in Australia because they can die of interaction with our people.
Oh
Have
yeah.
some bacteria, and they
Hmm.
actually can give a birth just in Australia. So they
Oh,
are so much protected. Yeah. So I didn't know it was so. And actually, you know what?
what?
I had no idea. But last year I was keynote speaker in a very special executive retreat, and we were joking and we were talking about our quirks, and everybody was talking about something special about them. And I said, you know what? I do love koala so much, actually. And I thought about my sacred animals and everything. And then all of a sudden one guy, he said, actually yes, you know, he also was so much into koalas, and he shared the information with us that I had no idea. I've been living so many years on the earth that, and it's my sacred animal. This is the only animal in the earth that has 3 vaginas.
Oh yeah, I heard that once. That's real, right?
Yeah, I like,
How is
what?
that
Wait a minute.
possible?
It was digital detox. I could not check immediately, but then first, of course, when we came back, what I
Yeah.
was running to my own. Oh, this is so true. So everybody was laughing at me. I'm like, oh, that's why you said. I had no idea. Yeah. So this is easy how we can find also things. Okay, but I love our
Yeah,
conversation. I actually, you know, it might
yeah, I love it
very, very
too.
artistic, really, really no structure, just flow, just frequency, energy. And I'm dying one day to really we can co-create some you, I don't know, be different, be that podcast, cats, math, whatever.
All of it at the
Ah,
same time. I
so
don't know.
so amazing. So thank you so much. My last question, time is flying. It's already 50 minutes. You know, it's time for my, I will be sound very solid and serious now. It's time for my to invite my vice president. You should be scared. No, 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 no. It's her. It's actually my vice
There's a
president.
genie in there or something?
Yes, it's a genie lamp, of course. And she's pink, my favorite color, and she's gold. Oh, I love everything that's gold. Yes. And because in Norway it's so cold and dark and boring, they don't like
Yeah, same
like
in Quebec.
yes,
I'm in
Scandinavia.
Montreal
Every
right now.
gold is bad, like you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. So I have to make my own rules because you and we don't follow rules. We create ours, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's why I
We
don't.
bend the rules around
No, chess
ourselves.
has so many rules for so many centuries that can. People try to teach me to play chess so many times they give up. And because I'm always trying to change one kind of rule a little bit. I'm like, but can I walk like this? No, no. I said, oh, but can I walk like this? No, no. I said, no, this is not for me. I like to create rules. I cannot follow rules all the time. Chess not my game.
Likewise.
Okay, but my last question for today, yes, it will be from my genie lamp. We cannot grant 3 wishes. We want to help as many guests as possible, but one with quality, that's for sure. And I can guarantee you, yes, I will make a report for you that your wish will be prioritized.
Nice, thank you.
So
What's the
yes,
genie's
now that
name?
this is nice question actually.
This is
I don't
Pink
know. I
Genie.
never. Yeah, G. Wait, oh, you see, she actually is alive. She was like, really? Nobody asked that before. So I should something. Okay, I will figure out something with koala, but I'm not sure yet. We will see.
Okay.
I will write it for you afterwards, or maybe we have another
Perfect.
show. Then actually we know. But what wish that yeah would be today from you?
So I
One wish.
need
Can
to.
be
I
small,
have
can
one
be like
wish.
new brushes or peace in the world or whatever that you want she makes for you.
Sure. Wait, let me think about it. I think I have a good one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So
Can you show me what you watch now? Because you said I have the good one right here, and you like there.
Oh, I'm
Where?
looking at the window.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, though. There, I'm just looking outside.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess my wish would be that like most people realize that like life is finite and they should start going after their dreams more and just do the things they enjoy. Because like, why would you do like 9 to 5 in the same office your whole life? This is crazy to me. Like, go do something fun. Like, whatever
Different.
you do, you're gonna die. So you might as well do something fun, right? That's
Like
my wish, that
be different.
everybody
Don't be dead.
realizes like, yeah, right, exactly. People realize they should be different. Otherwise, they're already dead.
I love it. Oh my god. Diversity is the game changer, or it's totally funeral.
Yeah.
Usually. Love it. Okay, thank you so much. You made totally my day. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And my night, because that's for sure will be uh mention you in my gratitude meditation. I have this
You do
special
that every night?
yes, I have in the morning 5 things I'm listing after like night, and it comes what I'm planning for today. Anyway, I'm grateful what's pop ups, because it's not for me, not to me, but for me. And then I'm kind of a summarizing feedback to myself, and with a new gratitude, um, very close to my heart, not statements, but really like something which is alive, in my soul and my body before I go to sleep. It's last one I'm trying to think before.
Oh,
So
that's
it
nice.
helps me, especially now, I'm from Ukraine. We have so much what's going on. I have parents refugees. I have much loss every week, because I have a lot of still friends there, and I'm trying, like you said, you were 5 days a week hyping you up. I'm trying really to use this special, I don't know, like small tools, small hidden gems to manually find these positive flickers, and inspire other people not to give up. Exactly like you said, just pursue your dreams, do what your truly authentic call and mission and vision saying to you. This is the most important we can give to this world now. Proceed, inspire each other, and stay together, help each other. It's very important.
Yeah, I agree. I
Mhm.
hope things are gonna get better in Ukraine. It's been so long, right? It must be really, really hard for you and everybody you love. I
Yeah.
hope things will get better soon.
Thank you so much. It was absolutely lovely question episode. I will be sharing with Alan today. Oh my god! I said yes. Your call had like a lifetime period with Matt Cat podcast. Different. Yeah, he will be, I am sure, like really loving all these sparkling ideas came during the show, and I hope one day really we can meet also and create something with not just our energy frequency through the desktops and screens, but also with our hands.
Yes, sure.
And
So let me know if you can, if you make it to LA. I go there a few times a year. So I don't know when I'm gonna go back anytime soon, but let me know.
mhm. And I will connect you with this also very talented artist Rosalia. But where
Yeah,
because I believe
please.
living in LA. Where are you living now? You still in Canada?
So right now I'm in Montreal, but I used to go to LA like every winter for like 4 months. I would go to Santa Monica or like Venice Beach,
Okay.
but I didn't go this year. But I don't know what's gonna happen next year. We always book our trips and our flights at the last minute, so we'll see.
Okay. Lastminute.com. Me as well. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, thank you again so much. And my beautiful audience, now you know all again and again. Diversity is the game to be different or be dead. But be best.
Exactly. I love this. I love this.
Okay. Bye bye.
Thanks
Until
for having me,
next time.
Valeria.
Yes.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.